out, support local comedy. You know who didn't support local comedy? Hitler. So, step in the right direction. The amount of foods that Sheetz sells by the bucket is truly astounding. I didn't know you could fry cheese that many different ways. And that's the way their sizes go at Sheetz. It's small, medium, large, bucket. Like, I watched some of y'all come in the door, you're well aware of this already. I'm just like relating facts to you. But if you scroll far enough in the app, you can get pretty much anything by the bucket at Sheetz. Probably even gas. I stopped and got coffee there before I came here. Just got a bucket of latte. They have so many varieties that you can buy by the bucket at Sheetz. It's kind of like the number of varieties of items that the Dollar Tree sells that are labeled flaming hot. Like lip balm, really? Do we need that? Or like the number of movies on Tubi that star Steven Seagal. He's been making straight to Tubi content since like 1998. That app is only like 4 years old, but he was prepared. He was, one day these will be free on the internet, and I'll be above the law. I was more of a Stallone fan. I've never seen any of his movies. I do love Tubi though. That's my favorite streaming app because it's like the most face value company. Like their motto should just be like, Tubi, you're not paying for it. That's what it should be. I like them. It's very upfront with you. Like I hate when companies pretend that they don't do what they do. Like, do y'all remember a few years ago when Taco Bell started putting lettuce and tomato and black beans on everything to like pretend they had some health conscious items on their menu, and that most of their food wasn't consumed at 2 a.m? Like, yo, Kiro, pump the brakes. You know what I mean? Like, I hate it when they, be aware of what you do, right? Like, I hate it when companies will piggyback on a holiday just to like participate, Like here at BP, we really care about Earth Day. I know some greasy ducks that quack the differ, I like that one too. I hate when companies just like jump on board with something just to like feel like they're participating in something, and it doesn't even seem relevant. Like last month, I got an email from Hotels.com that said, here at Hotels.com, we're celebrating the memory of Martin Luther King Jr. like this. And I thought, well, first of all, better security. A historian. Like, he'd still be dreaming, right? If you just had better security, right? He'd be dreaming thanks to your fine turn-down service, but no. Best part about that joke, it also works in the summertime on the anniversary of Robert Kennedy's assassination. He too a victim of shitty hotel security. Yeah, I hate it when you can't just change things around because you want to take part in something, right? Like food companies will do that all the time. Like I was recently eating 24 Hot Pockets for breakfast because life's not worth living. Like if they cancel Emily in Paris, I'm out. You know what I mean? I'm out. I'm gonna take a swan dive off the parking deck. You know what I mean? No, they're never gonna cancel that show. But yeah, while I'm like going down on this Italian afterbirth stuffed inside of garlic bread. I noticed on the packaging that Hot Pockets refer to themselves as sandwiches. I don't know about that. Seems like a stretch. Like a Hot Pocket seems like a white dude with dreadlocks heard about what a burrito was, never had one, and then tried to make it on his own. Right? Like they borderline seem racist, right? Of all the things you could call the culinary abortion that is a Hot Pocket, sandwich is not one of them at all. Yeah, I do have a lot of jokes about food. I think about food a lot. It is on my mind constantly. I think that's because I used to be really overweight. And at my biggest, I topped out at 320 pounds, had a 42-inch waist because I was a professional. But you'll be happy to know, like, I changed things around, and through diet and exercise, a few years ago, I lost 120 pounds. Yeah, that's right. You don't know me. But you're probably wondering which diet, and I will tell you, anorexia, that is the one I use. It is the only diet that's 100% effective, and it's the cheapest. Yeah, you know. But I had to make substitutions in my diet. Like I would have to pay attention to labels and stuff in stores. And I noticed like one thing that really stood out to me was all the different substitutes we have for milk now. And I'm just not buying those, right? Like, do me a favor, how about this? Next time you get coffee and the barista asks you what kind of milk you want, if you're just gonna get normal milk, call it beef milk. Everyone involved will be uncomfortable and it'll be delightful. Better yet, if you're gonna get almond milk or like cashew milk or something like that, call it nut juice. Call it nut juice and just see what happens. You'll enjoy it, trust me. I personally think we stopped milking animals like way too soon, right? We pretty much stopped after 3. Cows, goats, sheep, if you're like Scottish or Greek. We stopped. Like there's plenty more mammals we could have been squeezing, right? I think we should have tried pandas. Like they owe us a few things for keeping them alive, right? Like they are carnivorous by nature, but they choose to be vegetarian. And as a vegetarian myself, it's a dumb fucking idea. You know that 50% of panda pregnancies result in twins and the mom picks which one lives? That's true, that's a real fact. Why are we keeping this animal? It's trying to die. That animal is actively trying to die, right? Like I told you, I'm a vegetarian, but I would eat a panda just out of spite. It's grass-fed, it's lazy, that's probably good meat. That's probably good meat. That's what I feel like. I am vegetarian. I became vegetarian right when my dad developed his new hobby of making like high quality, competition level, authentic barbecue. He is so proud of me, so proud. When he found out I was a stand-up comedian, I thought he was gonna fight me. It's not so bad though, because like now when I go home to visit my parents, the whole neighborhood smells like bacon. And like, it could be worse, right? There's like a line around the block of people that are just like there trying to get a taste, like, hey man, you know, let me get a taste. And my dad's, you know, he's a nice guy, so he'll give you that first taste for free, but that second one's gonna cost you 20, you know what I mean? Yeah, he made some and I brought it into my coworkers at work, and they were like parsing it out like it was their last kilo of cocaine. And I came back to work after like winter break, and he was like, hey man, when's daddy cooking up again? When's daddy? It's not surprising that my dad's like the best cook in the family because his mom was like a really good cook. Like she was such a good cook that I think her secret ingredient was racism. Like, damn, Granny, these green beans are good. You can really taste the hate. This is true. Like my dad worked for like almost 20 years at the post office on Randleman Road. He was a letter carrier for about 20 years. And that's a predominantly black office, and my dad looks a lot like me. And one Christmas or Thanksgiving around that time period, they were going to do a holiday potluck. So everyone was going to bring in one dish, and they were just going to celebrate that way. And my dad volunteered to bring in the macaroni and cheese, because he is a fucking gangster. But he whipped it up and put like 14 cheeses. The shit was just oozing, right? And he like cooked it up and took it in. And here's the best part about that whole situation, right? He took it in. That meal was at 8 a.m. in the morning. It was gone before it hit the table, man. You ever had a white man raise your cholesterol before breakfast? Do you want to? I'll end on this. My girlfriend, you don't know her. She does comedy at a different comedy club. She recently turned 27. We went out to celebrate, took her out to eat, and over dinner she said she had never had a broken bone. And I looked her dead in the eye and I said, yet. The only people that find that funny are the ones that know both of us. But I was reading, like we just had Valentine's Day, and I saw a headline in the Huffington Post that said, 37 gift ideas for the weirdo in your life. And well, y'all saw Madison earlier, so I was like, well, I'm gonna click on that because I need some ideas, right? And one of the suggestions was the scripts from porno movies, like the actual dialogue that they read, signed by some of the performers. And I was like, yeah, that's what's really gonna set the mood. Reading. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh baby. Who ordered pizza? All right, I'm JT Cole. Thank y'all for listening.